Hey, in this video we are going to have a chat about overtime payments, or sometimes referred to as penalty rates. So sometimes people will get paid a higher rate of pay for working odd hours, things like weekends or longer hours like overtime over their normal working time, or maybe public holidays, or starting really early or finishing really late. So for those awkward hours you'll often get paid extra, and we apply a modifier to the normal hourly rate. Now the normal hourly rate, we refer to them as ordinary hours. So whatever the normal pay rate is per hour, we call that the ordinary rate. And the modifier is just times 1. We don't modify it, it's just the same rate. Okay, so multiply it by 1, we're going to get the same rate. But you might hear the term time and a half. Say, hey, look, I was working that at time and a half. We're going to modify the hourly rate by 1.5. Okay, so another half, again, time plus another half. You might hear double time is another penalty rate or an overtime rate, which is we modify it by 2. So we take the hourly rate, we multiply it by 2. And often on public holidays, you might get, depending on your award, double time and a half. So our modifier is 2.5. So let's have a look at an example of how we can apply these to work out somebody's pay over a shift or a week. In this case, it's a shift. So Susie's ordinary rate is $18 per hour. So without any penalty rates or any overtime, she just gets $18 per hour. So if she works a 12-hour shift, in this case, the first 8 hours are ordinary hours. Now she rolls into overtime. So everything from 8 and above up to 11 is time and a half. And if she goes past 11 hours, she starts to get double time on everything past that. So how much does she earn in this particular 12-hour shift? Well, let's have a look. I really want you to lay it out like this, so it helps. We're going to do a little bit of a table, and we're going to go through and we're just going to list each of these headings. Hours times the ordinary rate times the modifier equals the pay for each sort of section of time. So she did 8 hours at her ordinary rate of $18, and the modifier was 1 because they're just ordinary. So if I multiply those together, 8 times 18 times 1, for that part of the shift, she earned $144. The next 3 hours, so up to the 11th hour, her ordinary rate was $18, but it's modified now by 1.5 because it's in that time and a half range here that we've listed as that section is time and a half. So now if I multiply those together, 3 times 18 times 1.5, grab your calculator, you get $81 for that piece. But we haven't finished. She's got one more hour, and our list of rates here says, look, everything above 11 hours is paid at double time. So she did 1 hour times her normal ordinary $18, but we're modifying that by 2 because this is double time. Once again, multiply that out. For that section, she gets 36. Now, to work out her pay for the shift, all we do is we take these values and we just add them together. Comes to be $261. So for that shift, Susie earned $261. It included some ordinary time, it included some time and a half, and a little bit of double time. And that is basically it. That's how we can lay out a table. And it's a really nice way just to get your thinking sorted by just saying, all right, we're going to do this, then this, add them all together, and you're gold. All right, well done.